The stadium throbbed with excitement. The crowd was a sea of blue. Virat Kohli walked onto the pitch, his bat held high. The roar of the crowd was deafening. He was their hero, the run machine. Today the world watched as he prepared to chase another victory. Kohli settled in, his eyes focused on the bowler. The first ball came flying towards him. He swung his bat, connecting with a satisfying thud. The ball sailed over the boundary for 6. The crowd erupted. It was going to be another classic Kohli innings. But something felt different today. A strange tension hung in the air. Kohli felt a prickle on the back of his neck. He looked around the stadium. Everyone seemed on edge. As he took his position for the next ball, a message flashed on the giant screen. It showed a masked figure in a dark cloak. The figure spoke in a distorted voice. "Cricket ends tonight." Panic rippled through the stadium. Who was this masked figure? What did they want? Security scrambled into action, but the message had been brief and untraceable. The game was halted, much to the disappointment of the fans. Kohli watched from the field, a knot of worry forming in his stomach. This wasn't an ordinary threat. This felt personal. As if the masked figure knew him, knew his love for cricket and wanted to destroy it. News of the threat spread like wildfire. The mysterious figure, who the media dubbed the Wicket Master, had issued similar warnings to cricket stadiums worldwide. Fear and uncertainty gripped the cricketing world. Kohli knew he had to do something. This wasn't just about the game anymore, it was about the safety of everyone who loved cricket. But what could he do? He was Virat Kohli, the batsman, not a superhero. Or was he? Later that night, Kohli found himself drawn to his grandfather's old trunk. His grandfather had been a legendary cricketer himself, full of fantastical stories from his playing days. Kohli always dismissed them as fairy tales. Until now. He opened the trunk and rummaged through old bats, gloves and faded photographs, and then he saw it. A leather-bound journal, tucked away in a corner. On the cover, embossed in gold, were the letters C and V. The journal held his grandfather's memoirs. But as Kohli started reading, he realized these were not just stories. They were accounts of daring feats, of fighting injustice, of protecting the innocent. His grandfather hadn't just been a cricketer. He had been a guardian, a protector, a superhero known as Captain V. The journal also mentioned a hidden legacy, passed down through generations, a legacy that Kohli was now next in line for. He turned the page, his heart pounding. There, sketched in delicate detail, was a costume, Captain V's costume. The costume was light, flexible, and felt strangely familiar. It was as if it was made for him. As he put on the mask, a surge of energy coursed through him. It wasn't just the costume, it was the legacy it carried, the responsibility it bestowed. He looked at himself in the mirror. Gone was Virat Kohli, the cricketer. Standing in his place was Captain V, defender of the game, protector of the innocent. He knew what he had to do. The wicket master had chosen the wrong game to threaten. Cricket was more than just a sport. It was a passion, a way of life. And Captain V would protect it, no matter the cost. The wicketmaster's reign of terror continued. Cricket grounds worldwide became battlegrounds. Explosions rocked stadiums, plunging them into darkness. Players and fans alike were held hostage, their safety hanging by a thread. In the midst of the chaos, a new figure emerged, a masked hero wielding a cricket bat that crackled with energy, Captain V. His first appearance was in Mumbai. The wicketmaster had rigged the stadium with explosives, threatening to blow it sky high. Captain V fought his way through the wicketmaster's henchmen, his every move a display of power and agility. Captain V's skills were a sight to behold. His bat wasn't just a weapon, it was an extension of himself. He deflected energy blasts with the precision of a master batsman, his timing impeccable. His grandfather's journal had also mentioned hidden compartments in the costume, containing gadgets to aid him in his mission. He discovered smoke bombs shaped like cricket balls, grappling hooks disguised as veils, and pads that could deflect bullets. But his greatest power was his unwavering spirit. The spirit of cricket, the spirit of fair play, the spirit of never giving up. It fueled his every move, making him nearly invincible. The final showdown took place in Delhi. The wicketmaster had issued an ultimatum. Virat Kohli had to surrender himself, or the stadium, packed with thousands of fans, would be destroyed. Kohli knew what he had to do. He walked onto the field, the weight of the world on his shoulders. The crowd, unaware of his secret identity, cheered him on. Little did they know their hero was about to face his biggest challenge yet. As the match began, Kohli played with a ferocity he had never displayed before. Sixes rained down, boundaries were smashed, records were broken. He was on the verge of a historic century. But the clock was ticking. With the last ball of the over, Kohli reached his century. The crowd went wild. But at the same moment, the ground shook. The wicketmaster, enraged by Kohli's defiance, was about to trigger the explosives. In a flash, Kohli disappeared into the dugout. He emerged seconds later, not as the triumphant batsman, but as the fearless Captain V. The crowd gasped, their cheers turning into murmurs of disbelief. Their cricket hero was also their masked savior. Captain V faced the wicketmaster. Their final battle, a clash of good versus evil. Cricket bat versus high-tech weaponry. The fate of the stadium, of cricket, of the world, hung in the balance. The battle was long and arduous, but Captain V fought with the heart of a lion, his cricket skills proving to be a formidable force. He dodged energy blasts, deflected missiles, and finally, with a powerful swing of his bat, disarmed the wicketmaster. The villain was apprehended, the explosives deactivated. Captain V had saved the day, but his work wasn't done. He had a match to finish. He reappeared on the field, the crowd roaring their approval. He knew his double life had to remain a secret, but for now he was their Virat Kohli, the record-breaking batsman, and he had a game to win.